All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Passionately Speaking. This is our weekly class where we talk about public speaking and how we can be better public speakers. This is like we talk about really advanced stuff on these calls and in this class. And today is no different. Today, we are going to talk about how to make your audience your Valentine. How to make your audience your Valentine in honor of the upcoming Valentine's Day. So again, I want to welcome all of you. You are absolutely in the right place. So congratulations for being here. And go ahead to your reactions and give me a little heart for Valentine's Day. Yay, perfect. All right, Valentine's Day, excellent, excellent. All right, so we're gonna have a little fun. First of all, before I get into the topic, what do we do on Valentine's Day? How do we make people we love our Valentine? So let's just go around the room. Let's start with Liz. How would you make somebody a Valentine of yours? What does that mean to you?
You know, I would actually send them a beautiful card, of course, in advance, so they would receive it by Valentine's Day, preferably right on that day, that expresses my love and appreciation for them. And it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be a friend, someone who really has made an impact in my life and who I really admire.
Love it. And what the key here, she said, is express her what? Intimate love for them. Right? Not intimate love, but you said intimate.
Love and appreciation.
Love and appreciation. That's it. Love and appreciation. And that's exactly what we want to do to our audience. All right, let's go to Jack. I think Lisa was next.
How do I make someone my Valentine? I think about all of the kind things that they did for me, and then I try and reciprocate and ask them how that I can bless them and what can I do for them to show them, to thank them for all that they've done for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Keyword being reciprocate, right? Your audience does something nice for you, like showing up. How do you reciprocate and let them know that you appreciate them showing up? Very good. Thank you, Lisa. All right, Jackie.
Well, my husband loves conversation hearts. So I always get him a Valentine with a package of conversation hearts and give that to him. My grandkids like money, so I send them a card with some money in it.
All right. So the key there is give people what they want. Right? And different people want different things. So when we speak, we have to do that. We give our audience what we want, and different audience members want different things. So we have to make sure that we cover a variety of maybe different topics or different wants and likes. So thank you for that, Jackie. All right, CJ.
I'm thinking about when we make our audience feel involved and like they're special to us. So Lisa, were talking about being grateful for them and showing appreciation. And I would say saying thank you and saying that you appreciate them showing up, just like you were saying, Arvee, and also using their name so that they feel special, they feel seen and heard.
That's right. Absolutely. Well said. All right. So Jason, how do you show somebody that you want them as a Valentine?
Well, if I'm not sending them a brownie, I'm actually singing them a voicemail message. I'll select a song like from Bruno Mars, or there was the theme from Rhoda, and sing them that, or sing them that theme song from Golden Girls. And show that's a way of showing my gratitude and appreciation and reverence.
All right, so why don't you sing a few bars and show us what you mean? Not Golden Girls, but some of those. Bruno Mars sounded pretty interesting.
All right, so something would go like, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause girl, you're amazing. Just the way you are.
see, we all feel the love there. So you could do that in your audience is sing. And I think CJ was getting ready to accompany you with some music, right, CJ? Oh, that was beautiful. I don't think in all these years, Jason, I've ever heard you sing.
Wow, thank you.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Ah, we're all touched, aren't we? Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. And so are you, right, Janine? Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. That was wonderful. Thank you, Jason. All right. Janine, you're up. And then Benita.
I'm a poet, so I would write a poem.
All right. Do you have a little poem that you've written?
Oh, I have 2 self-published poetry books.
Well, good for you. Do you have a little short one you want to recite to us today?
No, because I don't know them by heart.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll give you a few minutes to get it. We'll go to Benita and we'll give you a few minutes to run and get it since we can't see you. Just run and get it and give us a short love poem. All right, Benita,
Well, I would do a ventriloquism video and have a puppet express appreciation. And this is the only time you see me where I don't have a puppet handy.
That's right. Where are you?
I'm no, I'm in a basement of a house that I manage, and I'm waiting for somebody.
Well, you have good internet connection on your phone or whatever you're using, so very good.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're very
It's
good.
going to get to -12 here this week.
Oh, no. Remind us where you're at again?
Lawrence, Kansas. It's an hour from Kansas City at the university town.
Got it. Very cool. Woo, burr. All right, let me see. We are all in California, except for you.
Oh, man.
There's something wrong with that picture.
I saw Eric walking outside. I saw Eric walking outside in video getting his 5,000 steps in before 6, and I thought, man, I'd love to be walking outside. It's too cold.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's nice here. I don't know, what is it, 70 something, but CJ and Janine are in San Diego, and Lisa and I live down the street from each other in Upland. Liz is in Los Angeles, and Jackie is further, what would you call it? What's that direction? East, south from us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Jackie's in like Timbuktu. I went to her house one time and I kept driving and driving and driving off the road, driving and driving. Beautiful place once you get there, but there's a lot of surface street driving. It was in nowhere land, but it was very nice when you got there. Okay, all right. So
well, we may have 5-degree weather, but not all the traffic that you do.
That's true. Well, we don't have much traffic anymore since COVID. All right. Yeah. Okay, Janine, let's see. Do you have your love poem?
I'm trying to find a short one. This one is called, let me put my glasses on.
That's a good idea.
This is a short one. It's called You. In fact, it was stolen from me for a play.
Oh.
Tranquil is how I feel about you. Warm when I picture your face. The sweet nectar of your kiss heats my soul and revitalizes my existence. Intensive are your stares that seem to reflect my whole story. For your touch vibrates my spine, inspiring me to scream with joy of this love that is conquering me. That's it.
Beautiful. Wow, the imagery on that is excellent. Thank you. And
Thank
Janine, again, maybe it's not that poem, but there's probably poems that you can bring into your speech that would open people's hearts, that have to do with whatever your coaching is, and life and mindset and all of that. So if someone wanted to get your book of poems, how do they go and get it?
My email address is NENESCOLLECTIBLES Nene's Collectibles.
Okay, and CJ, if you just put that in the little box there, that'd be great, because I don't know. That was NENENE.
Say it one more time for me.
Yeah.
NENESCOLLECTIBLES Nene's Collectibles.
Okay, excellent. Got it? Okay, so CJ will put it in the chat box, and Janine, if you can just look at it. I see what it is. It's from it's from your name, NENE. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we are going to move on. Ardina's just coming in. Welcome, Ardina. So we are going to move to the lesson. Let me share my screen here. And I've got it up. Ta-da! Everybody can see that, right? How to make your audience your Valentine. How to make your audience your Valentine. Okay, so and of course, what am I going to do? I'm going to spell out Valentine. So go ahead and get out a piece of paper and put Valentine down the side of it. Again, this is something I've never taught before. Most of the time I try to bring new material. Now, sure, there's going to be things that I'm going to reiterate. But again, you don't have one that's called Valentine yet. All right, so will you be my Valentine? That's what we're asking our audience. Will you love me? Will you follow me? Will you appreciate me? Will you, listen to me? Will you buy my products and services? So without saying that, that's really what we're wanting someone to do. And in order to get someone to be our Valentine, in order for them to love us, we have to first love them. And that's what it's all about. You want someone to be your Valentine, then you want to be their Valentine first. So the V stands for value. So how do we do that? We give value when we speak. Over deliver without overwhelming. That means we do not want to turn on that fire hose and make them feel like they can't take it all, or make them feel like they're stupid because they don't understand it all, or they can't write fast enough, or any of that. Less is more, even when we're speaking and teaching. So we want to educate. We want to give them value. We want to give them our best stuff, not our old, worn out hand-me-downs, right? We want to give them the best stuff, the innovative stuff, the right now stuff. So when I'm teaching people about speaking right now, or when I'm talking in one of my networking meetings or on an interview, I did a podcast interview. Well, actually, it was a Facebook Live interview just today, just at 2:00. It was streamed on StreamYard. And I talk about not only that value, but the value innovation of virtual speaking that's going on right now. And I've mentioned it here on the calls, but it's worth mentioning again and again and again. And that is our speaking time is cut shorter and shorter. I've said that before, but I'm telling you, in the speaking environment, in the virtual world, it is even shorter. Average is 15 minutes. You're lucky to get any minute over that. Lucky, lucky, lucky. And I think I told you last week how I was on one of these summits and I got 5 minutes and I actually spoke for about 4 because I wanted to make sure I was on time because everybody else didn't have a handle on their time and went over time. So, and you can give a lot of value in 5 minutes if you practice and rehearse and make sure you know what it is you're going to say. So we want to give value, but we want to give the latest, greatest innovation that we know that's in our field. So if we were going to think about what is innovation right now, I want everybody to write in the chat box, what is the latest and greatest happening in your industry? So CJ, you probably have a lot of things. Maybe it's an app. Maybe it's, maybe it's WordPress is dead and ClickFunnels is alive. I don't know, or Lead Pages or whatever, right? Jason, what is the latest and greatest when it's coming to finances or paying off your college debt? I mean, maybe with college debt, maybe because of the pandemic, we get a year off from having to pay. I don't know. I'm making this up, but all of you have these kind of innovations that you take for granted, and we don't know what they are. Do you know, unless you've got your income tax done by now, which I did, I always do it 1st of February, not to brag, but I used to procrastinate and do it in October, and I made a decision a few years ago that I was never going to do that again. So it's all about me, staying in integrity and getting it done as soon as I can so I'm not procrastinating till October. But my tax specialist told me that we can't turn them in right away. It's not until February, I think it's 16th, that the government will not let us turn them in. So I would have had my tax return by then, but she can't turn it in until a certain date. So see, that's something new that's just this year. So write in the chat box right now, what is new, what is innovative about your business, about your industry. So go ahead and do it now. I want to read some of them off just real quick. Go ahead and put them in the chat and I'm going to turn it on. Innovation. Yeah, everyone wants immunity info. Immunity to be right. Okay, so with the pandemic going on, everyone wants to strengthen their immune system. And of course, they want it yesterday, right? So Jackie has information on how you can boost and strengthen your immune system. All right, what else? We've got using Zoom for meetings and events from CJ. Well, I think CJ, you have something other kind of innovation that has to do with God, you've got so much, just like what you did the other day where you told us how to put brackets around our Zoom meetings, things like that, right? Okay, what else? Janine, Liz, what have you got? What have you got that's innovative? Some innovative information you want to give somebody. Okay, so Janine's got to get her website done. Storytelling for business community. Yes. All right. What else? Anybody else? Okay. Jason, you got what you got? All right. I gave you a good one. When do student loans have to be? I mean, didn't they get some time off because of the pandemic? Didn't they get a little time off?
Yeah, I'm still typing that out
Okay.
as far as new dates. So yeah, let me finish typing that and then I'll send it out.
Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. All right. So Janine just finished your logo. Congratulations. If we have time, we'll take a look-see at it. All right. So let's go to the next one. So again, value, and the value being the greatest information that you have available, the most current you have available. And the A stands for attention. We all want attention. We all want attention. And guess what? For the most part, your audience does. Now, there's going to be a few introverts that don't want, any kind of attention. And usually you can tell who those are. What people don't want attention is if they come into the room late, they don't want you to make fun of them or call them out on it. But they do want attention typically when they enter a room, especially when it's a virtual room. I know we evolve, and I want to see a show of hands. How many of you been in a virtual room and people ignored you even coming in, and you were there for a while and they still ignored you and you felt uncomfortable and wanted to leave? Raise your hand. Right. Jackie, I see. Liz, Jason, absolutely. It's awful. It's rude. And so I make sure that people come in, even if they come in late. I don't say you're late, but if they come in, I'll just say, oh, you know, Benita just joined us. Hi, Benita. Hi, Lisa. Hi, right? Because people, especially if it's a small group. Now, if it's 200 people, no, nobody's going to get acknowledged or attention for that matter. But if it's a small group and you're right there, I'm sitting there going, hi, and nobody's even saying anything to me, I'll leave. I don't need to spend my time in a group that, you know, that's just going to ignore me. So you don't either. So you don't want to do that to your audience. Again, you want them to be your Valentine, pay attention to them. Pay attention when they first enter. Pay attention if they've got their hand up. Pay attention. Look at the gallery view. If they look disappointed or if they look like they just got an idea and have something to say, then call on them. So pay attention to your audience. The L, of course, stands for love. We love on our audience. And CJ earlier was telling us how we can build that rapport. Love is rapport. So CJ, why don't you say it again on what you shared? Oops, sorry. How you give love to your audience.
Acknowledge them. You say thank you to them. Acknowledge they're taking their time to listen to you, and you thank them for their attention, and you use their name. You make them feel involved. And as you use their name, and even if you don't use their name, but you talk to someone else in the audience, you bring them up, you get a volunteer. It makes everyone feel like they're involved and participating. That's right. And CJ, you do a great job at your networking, that making people just feel welcome. And you say that, welcome so-and-so, welcome so-and-so. And you're just so cool, calm, and collective that people feel comfortable. And that's what it's all about. And all of us have our own styles, believe me. But as long as your style has a form of giving that love, and again, CJ nailed it when he said, you know, you call them by name, welcome them, say thank you and please, and look at them, right? And all of that stuff. So give love always, especially in this environment. We need even more love. All right, the E in Valentine, if you just joined us, of course, we're spelling out Valentine. That's to elevate. You want to always elevate your audience. Make them feel better when they leave your presence than before they came. Right? If they're troubled, you want to lift them up. If they're down, you want to lift them up. If they're up, you want to lift them higher. So you want them to feel better. And that's a challenge for any speaker or host, because you oftentimes don't know what's wrong with each other or the individuals. But if you just encourage everybody as you go and let them participate, you know, kind of like how I've been doing, and listen to them, as CJ said, acknowledge them. All those things will serve to elevate them and make them feel like it was worth their time and effort to come to your meeting or to listen to you speak, right? You want it to be where people look at the agenda, they look at the flyer, they see your smiley face and your topic, and they go, I want to go to that event. Because all of us have hundreds of events. We all belong to other networking groups. And our time, and nowadays, I'm telling you, those networking groups, they're not just having one meeting a month. Some that I belong to have 2 meetings a month or 2 meetings a week. It's crazy, right? CJ's, they meet twice a week. I mean, it's crazy. How do you do it? And if you went to other chapters, if you're in BNI or if you're in team or you're in some of these other ones, and you could go to other chapters. It's like you could be sitting on Zoom with Zoom butt 24/7 and go to all kinds of events. So can everyone else. That's why when you speak, it's got to be something that people want to see.
Now, I was just invited. I'm a member of this particular group, and I saw the flyer of this group, and it's the topic is identity theft, and it's by a woman that she must just, I know her, and she talks about something else normally. So I don't know if she just joined Legal Shield or what it is, but I don't need identity theft. I've already got Legal Shield. Now, in the live days, going to live meetings, I would have gone anyway to see people, to meet my friends. But so much, you know, there's no meeting of people, you know, unless they put you in a breakout room. Even when it's kind of a general discussion, it's very hard to take somebody aside and talk with them. Now, CJ does that really well in his meetings. You come early, there's somebody you want to talk to, right? He'll put you in a separate room. But most meetings aren't like that. So now you're all just together unless you leave. So I made a decision. I don't need to see that. So that's why it's important for you to create that title that people, that's curious. If that title, instead of it saying identity theft, if it would have said something else like protect your name, or who's using your name, or anything else, I would go to it. But because it specifically said identity theft and I've already got it, not interested, then I don't need to go to that event. So that's what I'm saying. Be real careful when you create that title that people don't really know what you're doing, but it sounds so curious that they've got to find out. All right. So I think Jean just joined us. Jean from Iowa. Are you here, Jean? Jean is still in the dark, but I hope she joins us. All right. Come on in, Jean, when you can.
Okay.
So we want to elevate our audience to feel better when they left the room than when they joined the room. And I really try to do that on these calls. And so you'll come back, obviously. All right, the N is for nurture. We're spelling out Valentine, Jean, and the N is for nurture your audience. It's very much like giving them attention and giving them love, but nurturing is a little bit different. So, Jackie, tell me the difference that you see between loving someone or loving on your audience and nurturing someone or nurturing your audience. What is the difference between the two?
I think when you nurture, you sort of bring somebody along, you invest in them and try to build them up. Not that you don't do that with love, but you're intentionally investing in somebody else.
Right. And can you nurture someone without loving them?
Sure.
Yeah, you can. And can you love someone without nurturing them?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So absolutely right. Good explanation. So in our audience, when we want them to love on us and be our Valentine, we have to do both. We have to love on them and actually really, truly try to love them, not maybe as individuals because we might not know them, but love them as an audience taken in the information. But as we go through, we want to nurture. We want to see each person and nurture them. And as Jackie said, have them come along. How do we do that? One of the best ways when we're speaking is when they have a question, right? When they have a question, that means they need some help. That means they need some nurturing. So we nurture them along, bring them back up to speed, or bring them back up to where everybody is. They might be left behind, especially in a training situation. So we want to, sometimes we feel like going, right? You know, why didn't you keep up? But we can't. We have to nurture them along and make them feel good and feel part of the group. Or some people just don't need nurturing, but some need extra nurturing. So just be aware of that. So the N is for nurture. And the T is for transform. That's really our ultimate goal in speaking and coaching. And we've talked about this in speaking. We really don't have enough time, especially in 15 minutes, to really transform somebody. But perhaps we can transform their way of thinking. maybe we can't transform them to become that author or to become healthy overnight. No one's going to become healthy because they heard Jackie speak in 15 minutes, but they could be healthy over time because they took what Jackie said, like the fruit, two fruits, each color, right? And ran with it. And over time, maybe a month, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, depending what their health was like, and they got transformed into a healthier them. So remember, it always takes over time, but first it starts with that awareness. It starts with a transformation of a thought, a transformation of a mindset, something like that first. And that's what you can do in your speaking, is wake them up a little bit, transformation, open their hearts, and then they will begin their journey either with you or on their own for their true transformation. The I is for inspire. We certainly want to inspire them to take that action, whatever action it is at the end of our speech, that close. They're not going to take action if they don't feel inspired. So the inspiration is to not just inspire them overall and go, ooh, that was a good speech, right? Because then they'll just forget it. But we want to inspire them to take action, and immediate action right now to get the help they need to become a healthier them, or to get the coaching that they need, or to become that leader that they deserve to be, or to pay off their debt that they need to do, whatever it is. We've got to inspire them to take that next action that will get them on the right road, and the road to recovery, the road to their solution to solve their problems, all of that. And the N is for naked. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that does not mean you get naked, right? But that means that what I've talked about before is naked authenticity, that you become real, who you are. As a speaker, you need to be who you are on stage and off stage, the same person. Now, doesn't mean you won't be a little more animated maybe on stage, or a little more up, or a little more energized. But that person, that core values that you hold, that integrity, that motivation, the faith, whatever it is, you have it on and off stage, and you share it on stage. That's the difference. Don't be afraid to share your core values, who you love, what you are looking for in a client, and what you can do for them. So I want you to not be politically correct. Strip yourself of all that old stuff that we've been taught in the past, how we have to, mind our P's and Q's. I'm not saying you go out and you cuss and do all that craziness. No, I'm just talking about be who you are. Be who you really are, and share what you want to share, and let people in to see who you are. Let them in a little bit, all right? Be vulnerable. All right, and the E is for establish. I really thought about the E, because E to me stands for so many things. We've got elevate, which I've already used. We could do energy, we could do enthusiasm, we could do all these things. But when I took a look at the list, I thought, aha, there's one thing that's not here. There's one thing that's missing, and that's establishing yourself as an expert. You must establish yourself as the authority, because no matter how much you nurture, no matter how much you give attention and love and all these things, if people do not see you as an authority, then it's all for naught. They're not going to love you no matter what you do. They're not going to take you up on your offer if they don't feel like you are an expert in your field. You are a master in your universe. You are the best of the best of the best, and you can take care of them, you can serve them, and you will deliver to them more than they could even imagine. And you will take them to places that they've never imagined, even higher and beyond where they thought they wanted to go. And that transformation will be further and higher than they ever dreamed possible. That's our job as a speaker. So you must establish yourself as the expert, as the authority in your field, and that you are a trusted advisor to them, and that you will take care of them and take them wherever they want to go. And that's how you get your audience to become that's how you get yourself to become your audience's Valentine. And each and every one of you, and each and every one of them, they will love you, love on you, love you back, and give you back everything that you gave them. So happy Valentine's Day. That is our lesson for today. So I will open it up. I'll stop my share for a moment and open it up. Did you enjoy that? Yay! Good. Awesome. That's cool. Awesome. So Jean, welcome. So Benita told us earlier that it was 5 degrees in Kansas. So
Oh my God.
I know it's not that cold where you are, but how cold is it? I see you've got your sweaters on and everything, so it must be pretty cool. All right, and CJ, thank you for putting all that in the chat. Great, thank you.
It was minus 14 today.
Oh my God, so it's hot where Benita is. You're
Yeah, it warmed up to 6 degrees though.
Oh my God. Well, do you go outside or do you all just stay inside?
Inside if possible, but I had chiropractic tonight. So that's why I was late. So yeah, I did go out and it didn't seem quite as bad. It's 1 degree now.
Oh my God.
Well, one thing that I noticed is that us California people don't really realize is I was married to somebody from Philadelphia for years, not anymore, but for years I was, and we would go back there sometimes in the winter for Christmas and Thanksgiving or whatever. And what I noticed is I would go back there and I would freeze. Why? Because the sweaters in California are not like the sweaters you buy out there. The coats are nothing like it. The gloves aren't any, the boots, none of it has all that padding. So I would have to wait, go back east, buy my coats and buy my stuff, or I would literally freeze to death. So I would take a little California coat, didn't make it, even though it looked furry, unless it was a ski parka, just didn't make it. So I know just by looking at your clothes, you've got some pretty good, hefty sweaters and stuff on. So note to self, if you're going to cold country, wait and buy your stuff there. And even the long underwear, right? I never wore long underwear before, but I did back there in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And it really makes you look fat. It's not good. Then you've got to get bigger pants to put on top. It's awful. And then you're like this big snowman. Okay. All right. So let's go around the room. This is time where you can share. So I'm going to call you in the order you came on the call. So again, let's just keep the love topic alive. Is there anything in that presentation that stood out for you that you want to comment on? Or is there something I may have left out that you want to add? All right, so let's start with Liz, who was the first one in the room.
I can't think of anything that you left out. I must say that this was really great, Arvee, because this spelling out Valentine, although we are celebrating Valentine, it's February, as we know, February 14th. However, each and every recommendation for each letter can be used for any speech, any presentation, any coaching. This is a great menu, if you will, of choices of words that we can really live out with our clients or with our audience. So thanks for sharing it. I will use it in my speeches and also with my coaching. Thanks.
You're welcome. And just, print it out, write it out, print it out, and hang it on your wall. And always remember, you nurture. Sometimes we remember to love and acknowledge and say thank you, but sometimes we forget the nurturing.
Yes.
Really hand-holding and bringing them along.
Can I just say one thing about nurturing too? Nurturing, I feel nurturing also is to meet people where they're at. especially with coaching, that's a good concept to nurture your clients and just meet them where they are so you can elevate them.
Hey, nice. Good one. All right. Very good. Okay, Lisa.
I don't have anything at this time, but I thought it was great that you spelled out Valentine. I was going to also say, like, transform can also be, because I was thinking of the N for naked, but since it's not a T, I was going to say transfigured is what came to mind, but the T is already taken. You have transform.
Yeah.
But
I'm all open for new words, but transfigure to me that's like I don't know.
that's deep. No, that's deformed.
Transform.
Yeah, anytime there's letters and new words, let me know. I'm all open for that. Thank you, Lisa. It's good to see you back. I'm glad
Thank you.
you're back. We missed you. Who missed Lisa on these calls?
And I missed you too.
Yeah, we all missed you. So I get Lisa every Tuesday morning, but I did miss her on these calls. So welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have to do the wheel here one time. I don't think we've done words, have we?
No, we haven't.
Never done the wheel of words here. All right, next week we will. I know Jackie's going, the what? Wait till you see this technique that you can use in your networking meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-hoo!
You'll love it.
My new networking meeting. Talk about in a minute. All right, thank you, Lisa. All right, Jackie, you're up.
Excellent teaching. I really liked everything you said today. I took copious notes, and I starred the love because, use their name, acknowledge, thank them, and then get a volunteer. So I guess getting a volunteer is the way that you acknowledge when you have a large group, because you have said before that when you get one person to volunteer, everyone feels the love. So that was really good.
In a real live audience, it's a little more challenging in this audience. Yeah.
What I'm really excited about is my manuscript is done. So yeah, we're on target to do a Zoom book launch on March 20th. Now I have to do the editing, the cover, and all that good stuff, but the writing is done finally. Whew. My husband said if they interview him on the call, he's going to say, "Thank God it's over."
Just this one until the next one. There's another.
I hope not. I'm not ready for that right now.
Okay, so book launch, what time is it on the 20th? And you'll send us all an invite, right?
Yeah, I will. I'll write it in the chat.
Okay, perfect. I wrote down the 20th. That's good. Yay. All right. Good job. Congratulations. All right, so let's go to CJ.
Hello. I also took good notes. I also have nothing else to share other than I enjoyed it, and thank you.
And you live it. You do it every day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Nice. Okay, let's go to Jason, our singer. Wow. Wait, what's another song that you said you sing to people besides the Golden Girls? I don't really like that one, but what else?
Okay, so it was actually it wasn't the theme from Rhoda, it's the theme from Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, okay. What's that one?
So it starts off with who can turn the world on with her smile? Who could take a nothing day and make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. You remember that? You recognize that?
Yep.
I don't listen.
I do. I do.
Wow, I love it.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I remember it.
I love the words, though. The words are wonderful.
Yeah, the song ends by the guy singing, "You're gonna make it after all."
Oh.
So yeah, that's the other one I like.
Yeah, that's nice. Wait, I think that one's worth millions. I think that's a millions right there. Awesome.
I have to say I really enjoyed this content today because I put double stars behind the next to the words transform and inspire. And I think with all of the other words to what the letters represent, you know, the value, the attention, the love, nurturing, it leads towards, you know, transforming and inspiring the audience. And so that's what resonated to me. All of these elements, what you put together seemed to me, in my view, just led to those two words. So it really, that's what it made for a resounding presentation, because that's what I like to leave with my audiences, area space for transformation and inspiration.
Nice. All right. Great. Thank you. Well, you certainly inspired us and elevated us through your music today. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And we all feel it, because I'm going to just say that was my Valentine's present. Right. And even CJ, right? You know, he's a musician. So maybe he'll be singing to his wife on Valentine's Day. Woo! Do you sing, CJ?
Yes.
All right, sing us a song.
Oh, I don't have anything to I wasn't ready for that. Next week. Yeah. I think you had me sing Happy Birthday last week, if I wasn't mistaken. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's go to Janine.
I just think that what you did today is just a wonderful cheat sheet. So it's something that you can use as like guiding principles for any speech that you would develop, ensuring that all these points. And when you talked about transform, I wrote down a shift in thinking, encouraging that people to consider, which I think is real important.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and thank you so much for your poem. Now that I know you have that, and
yes, I'm going to be doing one tomorrow for Black History, sharing a poem at 6 o'clock. Can't remember the link, but I can put it on the
Passionately Speaking group. Yeah.
I can put that there.
And again, whatever your talents are, bring them to your speech, right? It's not separate, like, oh, music, singing separate, and then humor is separate, and this is separate. No, we bring ourselves. And when I say be naked, then that's what I mean. Bring all of you. And if you're a poet, then figure out a way in the meat to put a little poem that has to do with whatever you're teaching, or a song, or a ditty. It doesn't have to be the whole song, but a little ditty that has to do with what you're trying to teach. You know, for the rest of us don't have those extra talents, we're doing storytelling or something like that. But if you have those extra talents, right?
Right. I did that with singing and blew my staff away.
Okay, we got another singer?
Oh, yeah, but I'm not singing today. I'm not singing. And they were shocked, but it was, I can see clearly now. I did.
Love that song.
Yes, and it had to do with the speech that I was giving. This is about 12 or 13 years ago.
Yeah, that is such a great song for, like, you know, waking up out of your fog and like figuring things out, or
Exactly.
You know, God or whatever. It's so cool. It's a great song. All right, so let's see. Benita is coming back. Otherwise, everybody, Jean, and then we'll go to Benita.
Okay.
Jean?
So Janine, I want to hear that song next week, you know, you and CJ.
CJ can play the music and you sing it.
There you go.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work across Zoom. Not like we want it to. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but one voice does.
Right, correct.
I
Correct.
only sing in the shower, so I'm not eligible for this. Oh,
Okay, Jean. And Jean, if you will have a few minutes, just stick around.
okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
I keep forgetting, to call you. I mean, once the call's over, I'll be doing
Sounds
something
good.
else.
Sounds good. I can't think of anything, so
Okay.
I think we
Well,
should.
if you didn't get all the letters for Valentine, CJ put them in the chat.
I got him.
And oh, goody.
Thank you, CJ.
Oh, goody. Yay. All right, Benita, welcome back. I know you left and now you're back. Are you out of the basement? You look like you're out of the basement. You're muted.
Yeah, the guy was late, so I have to go back. But anyway, and I lost the chat when my phone dropped out. I guess the basement wasn't as good as we thought. But
Well, I have the chat. I can email it to you.
oh, okay. What do you think of this title for a book? A Laughter Currency, How to Use Humor to Engage Your Future Customers.
I like the second part. I like the subline. I'm not fond of the top part, not as a book title. Say it again, and then maybe we can all help you and give you some feedback. Say it again and separate them. So the title of the book is.
Okay, the title is, I don't have my notebook with me. I think it's A Laughter Currency. It's either A Laughter Currency or The Laughter Currency. And then like currency, like money. And then the subtitle is How to Use Humor to Engage Your Future Customers.
See, the last part is good, but I don't think I care for the word currency. A laughter currency. I don't like it. Anybody else like it?
Dr. Renee liked it.
Well, Dr. Renee isn't here. We love Dr. Renee. She's out giving the love today. But again, you have to pay attention to people that are wordsmiths.
Let's see, how many people raised their hands here?
Wait a minute. What are we raising our hands for? Not like it or like it? How many of you like currency?
I like it if you would drop the A or the and just say laughter currency.
That might work.
Oh.
That might work very well. Thanks, Jean. That would work okay.
And then can you have them raise their hands if they like that? Laughter currency?
Laughter currency without the A and the. Yeah. It looks like it's unanimous. Oh, Liz,
Okay.
well, okay, let's all say goodbye to Liz while we're finishing up.
Bye, Liz.
See you next week. You look great. Your hair color is awesome.
So, yeah, I want to know if they like it better than Laugh Your Way to the Bank, which was the first
Yeah, I don't
title.
like
I like it better.
Yeah, much better.
And without the A or the. Huh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Jean. Yeah, just laughter currency. That has the promise and it has the curiosity that you need for a book title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the subline is fine. It kind of explains what you mean by laughter.
Jackie says it's a little long.
Read it again.
It's a
How to use humor to engage your future customers.
That's fine.
Yeah, I like that. That's all right.
Look at my subtitle. As long as it's a subtitle, it can be as long as you want. As long as this grabs, right? It's
Yeah.
part of the title. The title is Laughter Currency.
Yeah.
Subtitle is How to.
Yeah.
Needed.
I was wondering about future customers. I was just thinking customers.
Do
And
customers.
that, what?
You can just do customers. You don't need to put future.
Yeah, but that was Henry's idea to have future in there because he says that, I don't know, he had some reasoning.
Well, I'll tell you what, you ask 10 people and you're going to get 10 different ideas.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you have to go, you have to get, like you're doing good, gather the information, do your research. And at the end of the day, you make your final decision. I had all kinds of people that tell me what my book should be. They're like, well, you have the Passionately Speaking program. You should name it Passionately Speaking, right? You should name it Persuasive Speaking Mastery. You should name it this. You should name it that. At the end of the day, I decided what to name it. And I decided what my subtitle would be. So that's what, because this is a workshop too. It's what your brand is. You know, I could see after you have the book, you have a workshop that's called Laughter Currency. Kind of like laughter yoga, but instead of laughing, it's all about making money.
What if you said something about increasing your income or your revenue instead of increasing your clients or customers?
How to use humor to increase your revenue or something, your income?
I don't know who your audience is, but you know, that's another way of broadening who you're talking to.
Yeah, you could do that as well. Yeah, either one. I like the customers only because you already have currency. But there's a
You like customers because what?
You already have the word currency, which
let's see the alliteration. Yeah.
CJ, what do you think? We haven't heard from you.
I like the word customers. I think engage your future customers. I think that has a hook to it.
Okay, Jason, what do you think?
Customers over audience, or customers
over some kind of income or revenue, or
over increase your revenue. How to use humor to increase your sales or income or something.
I kind of think that there's the relationship between currency and income.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, but I think there's a personal component that you don't want to lose. I think you're using humor to engage people. You're not using humor to increase revenue, right? There's a depersonalization. There's a disconnect, I feel, with the word revenue or income. It's very not personal. It's very accounting and analytics and it's very left brain. And I think the humor is all about the right brain, and you're engaging the personality of the person. And I think that's achieved by the word customer.
I would concur with that, given that your audience is about people and not about the money. So yeah, I agree with CJ's connection there. I go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all, both of you. And then this Sunday, I'm to talk on a summit on how to fall in love with yourself. I haven't put it together yet. 45 minutes. I haven't done a 45-minute talk. Wow. Well, it could be engaging too, not just a talk, because it's a Zoom room and I can do what I want.
Well, again, if you're going to speak in for 45 minutes, you better bring your friends with you.
Yes.
Puppets and stuff. Okay, but Lisa didn't have a chance to say anything, so I want to comment, and then we're going to.
I did.
Oh, good. All right. All right. So the last thing before we end, next week, remember, we're going to be here again, but also next Wednesday is the Powerful Influencers Network. Who's going? Wednesday morning? Okay, so you're probably thinking, why in the heck would I do something like this? Because my mentor told me to. And so I have to act at the speed of, this is like, I need another networking meeting, like a hole in the head. But my mentor said, do one. And so I'm doing one, and we're going to see what happens. But I wanted, of course, go a little further. And so I created a mission statement. Now it's just an hour, and all that it's about is networking. It's not about me teaching. You come here for the teaching. I'm not going to teach public speaking, right? I'm going to sit on my hands, because that's going to be hard. Hold me to it. Jason, hold me to it, because that's going to be hard. But it's only an hour. We're going to do breakout sessions, but I did feel like I needed a mission statement. Do you want to hear what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So mission statement.
Hello.
To expand our influence, impact, and income through connection, communication, and collaboration.
Oh, I love alliteration.
Yeah. 2 sets of alliteration.
Yeah. Say it again.
Okay. To expand, right, our influence and income through connection, communication, and collaboration.
I like that. I like that.
So that's what we're about. That's what it's going to be. So it's everybody meeting each other in my community and my list. Thank you, millions.
Yeah.
And so people will meet each other and collaborate because they're influencers, they're speakers, they're people that have podcasts, people like CJ who has other networking events. So ideally, this could be a place where people, meet some pretty powerful people. And I've had people like Deidre, Deidre goes, well, what if you're not an influencer? We're all influencers. If you're speakers, authors, podcaster, you're influencers, right? And she has a podcast, she interviews experts. So, we all influence each other and everybody. So don't think for 1 minute you're not an influencer. If you're in my community, you're already influencer. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Good. So I look forward to seeing you there. Again, it's just a quick hour. You get to meet some of the people in my community. I've got 94 people signed up. Maybe we'll get 50 there. Who knows? But it should be a pretty good mix of people. So you're all welcome.
That'd be a lot for your first one.
Well, it's not my first rodeo. I've done many different things like this. Yeah, I had my first Christian gathering. I had 8 live. I had 83 people.
Oh, okay.
3 men and 80 women. So no, this is not uncommon from when I opened my list up. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be quite exciting, but I plan on getting more. We're still marketing it, and we'll see you all there. So I'm so excited. So we'll see you next Tuesday, and then we'll see you Wednesday morning.
Okay,
right.
bye.
Sunday is Valentine's Day, so have a happy Valentine's.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Everybody have a
Bye,
great
bye,
Valentine's Day, everybody.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.